All right, welcome back. Once again, we are about to have a discussion on the state of the nation. And of course, this morning, I'm joined by two gentlemen who are going to help us understand what is really happening in the country. It is a day when we are celebrating, or is it commemorating, Saba Saba Day. What is in stake, or what are the opinions on the same? We've had several people in the country rejecting the move to go on the streets. We also have the Edwin Sifuna pact, the young generation backing him. Yesterday we had the Western region leaders backing him for the same. But before we get deeper into that, allow me to have the guests introduce themselves to you. Let me begin from my far right.
Yes, good morning. My name is Kelvin, and I'm glad to be here today.
Karibu sana.
Good morning. My name is Moses Ayiecho. It is my pleasure to be here today.
Karibuni sana. I love it when we have the young people and them getting objective in the conversations that you're having. But let us just get first into what is happening in the country right now. Today we are marking Saba Saba Day celebration. I'd love to get your opinion on the same. Should we be going to the street? There's some were saying that since Raila Odinga left, the face of Saba Saba is not gaining that momentum, or it's really not that significant because we lack that face. What do you think, Elvin, about Saba Saba commemoration?
Well, thank you so much for having me this morning. It's really a pleasure for to share my views with the Kenyans and all that. And Saba Saba, originally it was a good thing. And when you see, when you try and see, the original purpose for Saba Saba, it was good. It was meant for a good commemoration and everything. But then along the way, I feel Saba Saba has been hijacked by, greedy politicians and all that. And to me, it has lost the meaning. And I will say there is no need for, young people to continue going to streets, because we've seen, we've lost a lot of youths, beginning from even the June 25th, 2024, we lost a lot of youths and all that, and even the subsequent, commemoration from that. So you see when you try and see the Saba Saba has lost the meaning. To me, I will not advise anyone to go to the streets and everything. Saba Saba has lost the meaning, and yeah.
All right.
On my part, I think otherwise. For instance, the NYC elections have been postponed, and there is a lot of miscommunication to divert attention from it. So you young people need to use that and this day as a way of going to the streets to air out their grievances, because we are not satisfied with the status quo. That is not to say that the president is not working, but there are some things which we also need to bring out to light so that he can act on them. The purpose of Saba Saba is to strengthen democracy, because historically in 1990, I think that's the first time we had the Saba Saba demos. It led to the repeal of Section 2A, and as a result, the reintroduction of multi-party democracy. So for me, I think young people need to mobilize themselves, come out to the streets, but demonstrate peacefully. No, people are not understanding the idea behind demonstrations. It is not an opportunity to steal, to loot. No, it is an opportunity to just air your message in a public in a way that the public will get it peacefully, and in a way that no lives will be lost. And police should also do their jobs of protecting property and lives. My take. Yeah.
But right now, like Kevin has said, we see most of this being spearheaded by politicians. So are the young people going to the streets because the politician told them so, or are they going because they're commemorating multi-partyism? Because some of them were not even born to begin with.
Some were not yet born, I agree, but we have history. So if those who read history should know, and I think they should not be controlled or be persuaded by the politicians to go, because these politicians are, in a way, the reason we are suffering. Majority of them are greedy, and they have no vision, they have no values, they have no character. Yeah.
All right. Now let's get to politics. The opposition are saying, that is to you, Calvin, the opposition are saying that they're not going to be presenting their presidential flag bearer until next year because they don't want to be divided by President William Ruto. Apparently, they're accusing Ruto of using divide and rule tactics. And right now, there is the fronting of Edwin Sifuna. Do you think he is the right choice for the young people, or should the young people just go with there's a silent majority supporting President William Ruto? But what do you think about the candidacy of Edwin Sifuna?
Well, first of all, let me say, someone said that, an organized minority is very powerful than a disorganized majority. And as it stands right now, opposition, to me, they don't have direction. I mean, they could be having speed, but no direction. And speed without direction is very dangerous. As it stands, right, we have roughly around 14 months to general election. And this one, we are not talking of a smaller seat, we are talking of a very serious seat, that is presidential presidency. And up to now, I even saw one of the opposition principal yesterday. What's the name of this one? Justin Muturi saying, if we are not going to front, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then we have no opposition because that's the only candidate I can rally behind. So this should tell you that even the opposition is not built on common mwananchi's interest and everything. Those are just people who have just regrouped themselves for the sake of their own interest, because each and everyone feels he or she is better to spearhead the opposition's agenda. I've seen even Mother Karua saying she's the best. I've seen Matiang'i saying she is the best. So when you try and see, I cannot really talk more about candidature of Edwin Sifuna because I don't know his ambitions. This is someone who could be just there trying to establish himself so that he can have more negotiation power and everything. So time will tell. But what I can say is, if opposition are really serious about unseating the president, they should work more, because the government side are really doing. Talking as a neutral person, I can say the government is really investing, and they know, they're already determined and they know who is the candidate. While on the other hand, opposition, they're just still gambling, which is a very dangerous thing. If we are to rally behind them as Kenyans, if we are to depend on them, they should come up with a clear roadmap to 2027. Without that, we'll be wasting time. Thank you.
Without that, we'll be wasting time. Moses, what do you think about Sifuna's presidency?
Sifuna, when you mention the name Sifuna, my mind thinks of the late Michael Kijana Wamalo. Sifuna is the only candidate, or is the only person in Kenya today who can send William Ruto home in 2027. And William Ruto also knows that. Why do I say that? There are three, let me call them circumstances that will determine the next president of Kenya in 2027. One is what we call the Kikuyu factor. Why do I say Kikuyu factor? If assuming Rigiji were to be on the ballot today, Kenyans will vote against that ticket. And who will be the alternative? William Ruto. So a Rigiji candidature guarantees a William Ruto re-election. And then another circumstance is now the performance of the current regime. So if you were to have a new face, somebody who is clean, coming up with a clear agenda, vis-a-vis analyzing how Ruto has performed, President William Ruto has performed, that can also send William Ruto home. But now the surest one is Sifuna. Sifuna is strong because he appeals to the young generation. Two, his image is clean. We can't really say he's corrupt, he has done this wrong. No. Sifuna is organic, is competent, and his image is not that dirty. So for United Opposition, if they are sure of sending William Ruto home, my take is that they should support Sifuna single-handedly, and this running mate can come either from the Kamba Nation Or that running mate can even be Maraga. That ticket is very lethal, and Ruto fears it. But if they were to, let's say, support Kalonzo is weak, even though he has the goodwill of Kenyans. If you go to Luo Nyanza, many believe that he has supported Raila 3 times, and that can be a reason why they can support him. Kalonzo does not have the mountain, the Kikuyu nation does not have problem with Kalonzo, but the only problem is Kalonzo. Kalonzo is weak politically. He's not really a man.
Okay, that's a very strong word.
But Sifuna, the way he's coming is an orator. He has a good agenda, and he knows how to mobilize. So he's the only person, as far as I know, who can send William Ruto home in 2027.
All right.
If the opposition unite behind him. Yes.
Okay. So Kelvin is looking like he's disagreeing with what you're saying, but really don't have time for you to counter that. I just want for you to get final remarks from you in less than a minute as we conclude this.
Okay. Well, what I can tell Kenyans is that as we go to the next election, as we prepare, for the 2027 general election, let us make good decisions. Let us also hold these politicians accountable, because I can give you an example of last week's case. I saw an aspiring member of parliament in one of the constituencies in Nakuru. He stood and made some very draconian statements when he said that, minority tribes, do not deserve leadership. Representations in Nakuru. Well, be that as it may, what really shocked me was when I saw people, celebrating those remarks from that politician. So they should tell us that in as much as we blame politicians, we are the ones who give them moral ground to make some very harsh and bad statements. So we should hold them accountable. Let us go to the ballot, elect those people who are good, the people who are corruption-free, people who can represent us very well. Thank you.
All right. Good. Final remarks.
Thank you very much. I think young people, let me make a pledge to the President of Kenya that please give us a chance to conduct the National Youth Council elections. I don't know why the fourth president was afraid of that council, Uhuru. Because I remember the last time we had the NYC election was 2012, and Uhuru served 10 years. So all the 10 years we did not have a National Youth Council election. This time, President William Ruto, please enable us conduct those elections. That way we will elect you popularly in 2027. We have no problem with you. Let that council election be done. Otherwise, young people, be conscious, be active, be confident. It's your time to shine. Remember, everybody must start from somewhere. And if you start now, your future is guaranteed. Thank you very much for the opportunity, KU TV. And it has been a pleasure engaging with you.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for making time for us. Time has really been short. Not as expected due to unavoidable circumstances, but we'll hope to see you once again on this show to get further insights on how you think the country is faring, even as we head towards the 2027 general election. My name is Anyango Sylvia. This has been Rise Today, specifically Biashara Tuesday, a show that keeps you informed and updated on everything business, entrepreneurship, leadership, and everything in between. Till next time, it's bye from us.